his critical edge now sucks them in when the guard impact activates. So there's no more of the you know, your guard impact activates, but it pushes them out of the range of the hit itself. So it's basically even more cheap now, this move, which is ridiculous. Oh, yeah, you can do it against some really long range moves, much longer range than this. It's kind of insane. I think the game is in a better spot than before. Yeah. Yeah, you can literally do this on 1B. And to be honest, Sadex, in my opinion, Zasalamel is already very good against Song Mina, in my opinion. I think he counters her very well, actually. Anyway, so that's the critical edge. The biggest change is to his 3A and 6A series. 3AK now cannot be stepped on block, is plus 10 on hit, is minus 8 on block, so safe to the entire cast, and it wall splats. Wall splats into a combo something like this. Into a reset at the wall. You can actually get much better post wall splat options like 6BK, but as you can see, you can kind of go off axis with it. Yeah, 6AA second hit can't be stepped. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, this is insane. This is a 16 frame mid horizontal to mix up when you have two curses. You can now mix this up with 1BB, and on 1BB it's plus 16. You can combo into 3AK rather than having to do BK slide, which is awkward on the time stop with the buffer. But yeah, on 3AK wall splat you can also do the angle is a bit awkward, so I think 3K might just be the best option, but you can 6K. And then if you've got your just frame down, which I obviously don't right now, you can, but as you can see, at angles, that's not very good. And at angles, 6BK isn't very good either. But sometimes that's going to be decent for, if you can, as you can see, the angle is just inconsistent. Yeah. So yeah, what I'm going to be doing for now is 3AK, 3K, 4B plus K. You get a curse out of it, you get the reset of the wall. Yeah, and on low walls, obviously, you just like ring them out. But yeah, 3B. If 3B works, then that's probably a very solid option, because even if it doesn't splat, you can do the combo, and that's fine. So 3AK also changes his 3B. You now can't step either of the second hits on block. You can you can GI 3AB, but you can't GI 3AK. It only gives a level 2 GI. So you basically have to try and block and punish 3AB, duck 3AK, and step /GI 3AB hold. Once again, only gives a level 2 GI, I think. Yeah, will only work on higher walls, yeah. On smaller walls, you're just going to ring them out. 6AA. The second hit can... I'll give examples, right? So, 3AK, 3AB. Let's do that. Let's do it that way. So, .3AB is minus 16, so you can block and punish it. But 3AK is now minus 8, totally safe, right? You can't step either of them anymore. On block, you can't step either. You're just going to get hit for trying. So this string is now like an absolute lockdown. It's a 16 frame mid horizontal with good range. It's like if you're doing anything in spots where you don't have the frame advantage to be doing it, this is just going to hit you and counter hit you. 3AK being plus 10, 3AB either being plus 1 on normal hit with the pull in, or it throws you behind for a knockdown with like good mix up potential. This string is nuts. It's absolutely crazy good. It really is. And then the other one, 6AA. Can now no longer be stepped the second hit. And its tracking in this direction has been buffed like crazy. It's pretty much a horizontal, like a full 180, one horizontal now. Can't step it in this direction. His 4A now is basically fixed so that it works on characters like Raphael. And it's also been buffed. It's tracking in this direction. You now can't step it in this direction pretty much at all. No matter how much you try. So they're both like pretty much true 180s like they weren't before. So they work like 66A in terms of their tracking. So it's nuts. It's really nice. Those are the really big changes to his 6A series, his 3A series. His wall game is so much better with the 3AK splat. Because, yeah, the answer before was to step. Let's go to the wall. Oh my god. Right, so when you have two curses, even beforehand, his wall game, his wall pressure is insane because you have a command grab that wall splats, and if they break it, is +8. You have a low, which you could combo into a wall splat, like that, and you just had mids that wall splat in general. 3K being a safe wall splat. A safe 14 frame mid wall splat that gives a curse, and 4-6B, you know. But basically the best answer was to step. Now you can't step. If you step, you're going to get wall splat by this. So the mix-up is vastly more terrifying, as well as the fact that when you have two curses, you no longer have to do the just frame with the awkward buffer timing on the time stop. You can just do 3AK. So this is like an insane buff to his wall game. Insane. So you have, once again, +8 on break command grab that wall splats. So even if they break it, this is a frame trap, as well as your counter hits and your curses and your mix-ups, all of which wall splat. And the low, when you have the two curses, is safe on block, and the mid, this one, is plus on block with two curses. So his wall game is, in terms of utility, wow. If he has two curses, this is. If he doesn't have two curses, you don't have to fear the low. You only have to fear, really, the grab. But when he has two curses at the wall, he's an absolute monster. And obviously, at low walls, you're just dead. At low walls, you're just dead. Like, because any of these options, the grab, the low, I did the wrong combo. Give me a second. Oh my god, right. I'm trying to show the low. Why don't you just do the easy one, Charlie? Right. Like that. That's the grab and the low, and then mid mix up is just purely this. And you just do the same thing again. 6-6B. And they're out. So literally, any wall splat at a low wall, you're dead here. And regardless of if you're not at a low wall, then you just get nuts setups on this. So you can do, that's +10 as and you just get another mix up in the same position with an extra curse. This gives you like the most ridiculous Oki at the wall. And then if you're starting with no curses, let's say, and say you splat and you have no curses, you can just go da da 3k, 3k, and you give up a lot of damage, but you're now at the wall with 2 curses, and we've just spoken about how ridiculous that is. So there are some options. Other changes are you can now 6-6B plus K after this guard break, after a 4-4B lethal hit essentially. Wow. 2-2B is just like a hitbox fix, but it's nice. Critical edge we went over. 8A plus B is more consistent in lethal hit combos because it's got a buffed hitbox. 4-4K just got fixed in terms of its hitbox as well. It's just more consistent when it gets the auto GI. Let's look at while soul charge. The other change to 3AK is the fact that the soul charge version is buffed. I think you probably just get the same thing, but this is now, the final hit is now safe on block. Yeah, okay, so it's now consistent. Before I wouldn't even bother going for it. I'd just go for 4B plus K, but I'm going to go for that more now. So this is now safe on block, and it's I think more difficult to punish in between hits. Let's find out. Not easy. Oh wow, yeah, so I don't think you're going to take any 20 frame while rising punishes here. Yeah, 20 frame clashes, so you're not going to get anything 20 frames or faster here. So I could like, yeah, you can 18, but you can't 20. That's the gap, they've reduced the gap there, so that's really nice. And it's also just more consistent, and it does more damage. So I think that's about it for his changes. Once again, the 3AK and 6A changes are by far the biggest changes in terms of improving him as a character. The critical edge change is just like making the move even more cheap. It's kind of ridiculous, but sure. But yeah, increased tracking and just less options on block against 6A and 3A really brings Zasalamel up to like what he should have been, and very likely at least borderline top tier in my opinion. So I've still got a bit of time. Let's go and try him out. What's up everyone? As you can see, this morning I did a stream where I went over all of Zasalamel's meaningful new changes and how best to utilise them. I thought the fastest way to get out a guide immediately was to just upload that stream from this morning in the most important clip, so I cut out all of the useless parts where I was going through training mode, uselessly getting things wrong, etc. I hope that you really enjoyed it and that you learnt what you needed to learn about Zasalamel in this new patch. If you did enjoy it and or you have any questions, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. I'll be there to talk. And also check out the description where I have the links to my Twitter, my Twitch and my Discord server. Thanks everyone. I'll see you all soon.